All righty. Greetings, foodies and friends. It is 3 o'clock on a Wednesday, and that means 30 minutes of talking and tasting, right?
Yep.
So here we go.
And we're at
and my phone
Pizzatola's.
goes off at the wrong time.
They were trying to place an order.
Right? Pizzatola's, I want barbecue right now. Okay, you know the drill.
And went,
This is the real opening. I'm Ruben Dominguez. That's Katie Stone.
Hello.
This man right here. Introduce our guest, Katie.
Well, our guest today is none other than Tim Taylor, who has been, you've probably seen him all around Houston for the last several years, many years, probably decades. He's known me probably since I was in high school.
Yeah.
That, we don't even need to talk about that, but
2 days ago.
Yeah. And this is probably the barbecue restaurant that I went to the most with my mom, just kind of all growing up. And then, also just, after I had moved out of Texas, we would always come back to Pizzatola's.
That's right,
that
on
was
your visits.
kind of our place. My husband and I would be working, in Nevada a few times a year, and we would always drive through Texas to see my mom on our way here and back, and we'd stop off and
Get this barbecue. All right,
Yeah.
so folks, if you don't know, is the foodie cam ready?
Because
I want to show folks what we're going to be tucking into today. We'll bring the foodie cam up here in a minute.
Woo!
Barbecue, people, that's what we're talking
Let's
about.
go, baby.
Tim, while we're looking at this delectable platter of meats, I want you to give the viewers a little history, because there's a lot here. Just briefly tell me about Pizzatola's. It's been here for a long time.
It's been here a long time. We are the oldest continuing serving barbecue restaurant in the city of Houston. We opened in 1935. So if my math is correct, that's 87 years. We are the second oldest continuing serving restaurant in the city of Houston. Christie's Seafood is the oldest.
Wow.
So we're number 2. And like they always say, when you're number 2, you have to try harder.
Yeah.
So we try harder every day.
Okay.
It originally opened as Shepherd Drive. Don't let me stop.
Oh, no.
You go ahead and eat. We originally opened as Shepherd Drive Barbecue.
Okay.
And it was Shepherd Drive Barbecue until 1984 or 5. The paperwork's a little fuzzy.
All right.
Something spilled on that last date. And that's when Jerry Pizzatola took over the reins and changed the name from Shepherd Drive Barbecue to Pizzatola's Barbecue. So we have been that since 1985. I'm not going to do that math, but that's...
Don't worry about it.
About 37 years. No, it's more than that.
40. Let's go with a long time.
It's a bunch.
Do you guys have any barbecue sauce, please? Yep.
So,
Thank you.
on the platter, take me through the selection of meats that we're looking at.
Okay. I feel like follow the bouncing ball.
Yep.
All righty.
We bill ourselves as Houston's home for spare ribs.
Okay.
And so the primary thing on the plate is going to be the spare ribs.
Got it.
We use it's a full-bodied spare rib that's cut St. Louis style, which means it's a little squared off and you lose the knuckle.
Yep.
This is the most popular cut of spare rib around.
Okay.
And we have a special method of cooking it because of our pits, which are these old grandfathered pits in the city of Houston.
Right.
Nobody else has them, so nobody else can cook ribs the way that we do.
Right.
We have a very proprietary, very secretive seasoning that we put on them. It's Morton salt and black pepper, and that's it. So we don't mind.
Top secret.
Top secret. Salt and pepper. So that's what you see here. This is our number 1 selling item here in the restaurant. Number 2 item is our brisket. We buy a very, very good raw product to start with. We hand trim. Anything we trim off, by the way, we grind and we make brisket burgers for the day.
Oh, boy.
So all of our burgers are fresh ground brisket that we serve.
I love it.
Very, very popular. We recently put in some new pits just to cook brisket.
Okay.
So it's something we've never done in 85 years, and we've done it, and it's really up our brisket game, and we've been getting a lot of notoriety because of that.
Love
Again, you're talking about salt and pepper on the brisket. Katie's holding up a piece of our sausage right now.
Okay.
It is from Cistern, Texas, which is out Schulenburg, Flatonia area.
Okay.
It is the same family that's been making the sausage for this restaurant since 1935.
No way.
Same. We're on the third generation of the family. Delivery guy, and he has tried to retire twice. He's in his 70s, and he can't retire because he can't find anybody else who wants to drive all the way from Siston, Texas to here. But they've been in business for 3 generations.
Wow.
Still do it. It's a great family story.
And kudos to you guys for
and we still
sticking with them. You
we
know,
do,
because that's
and,
not always the story that you hear.
No, it's a lot of fun, and you meet all the family.
Lots of flavor,
My
right?
goodness.
They're a Czech family, and so this is really a hard brine, peppery sausage. It's a blend of pork and beef.
Really good.
You don't need anything on it.
You really don't need anything on it. No.
I'm gonna try to get to that. Tell me about the turkey.
Okay, turkey. We buy a premium turkey breast, and again, it is salt and pepper.
Right.
But we do a very, very, very slow cook on the turkey, and we butter baste it the whole time that it's smoking. So turkey can sometimes be a little dry, but we baste it in butter, and then it's basted in butter all day long while we serve it.
Pulled pork.
Pulled pork. Not a real popular item down here. We're more brisket and ribs and sausage, but it's gaining in popularity.
I love it, and I'm glad you guys have it on here.
What have you talking about? Like mentioning gaining in popularity.
I'm gonna swap this out.
You've been in the barbecue game quite a long time, right? So talk about kind of what those trends have looked like through the years. Because some things do wane in their popularity, and then other things become really popular due to a lot of other issues. So what are some of the things that you've kind of noticed?
Barbecue in this business, you were pretty much the simples, what they call the Texas Trinity.
Right.
It was brisket, sausage, and ribs, and you served beans, potato salad, and coleslaw, and white bread. And if you bought anything other than that, you were wasting your money because no one was going to order it. So that was really that was the menu here for 40 years.
Right.
And then people started asking for chicken because I want to
People
be healthy.
Beef as
Right.
much.
So it went into chicken, and then it went into turkey, and then pork. And this is a very unscientific
observation. we love those.
This is very unscientific.
Hit me with it.
I think whatever's popular on Food Network tends to drive what people are asking for.
See, I mean, social media. I mean, really, it truly is. It's.
I had never heard of
different game.
I had never heard of something that they call burnt end, and people were coming in asking for burnt ends.
Yeah, right.
And Jerry and I looked at each other one day and went, "What the heck is it? Burnt end?" And so this guy goes, "Man, we get them all. It's the most popular thing in Kansas City." So the next morning, Jerry and I hopped a plane, went to Kansas City to eat burnt ends, and we go, "Wait, we served this already." We didn't even. We were like,
did it have a different name?
It just had a different name.
Oh, okay.
So, but all these young guys, that were coming in asking for this.
Right.
What are they asking for?
Yeah.
And so I think that a lot of things trend that way. The barbecue game in Houston has changed.
Yes, it has.
So much in my time being here. And so as someone ups their game, if you want to stay relevant, and that's a big challenge for us, is to stay relevant on a daily basis, we had to up things. And when you look at this,
let's talk sides.
When you look at, I think this sums it all up. When, for years it was potato salad, beans, and coleslaw, and that was it. So
mac and cheese,
we now make a homemade mac and cheese.
I love it. And you said earlier, we were talking, you said you guys really have focused, to try to make everything you can in-house.
Everything that you're getting, the onions, the pickles, everything is made in-house. The mac and cheese is a real thick and creamy mac and cheese.
My son would love that.
He might be in luck today.
Right. Care package coming in.
I love the pulled pork, though, by the way.
Well,
this is good.
I have to tell you the best way to eat it is stuff it inside of a sweet potato.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, it's a completely different.
What an interesting combination. I never would have thought to put those two together.
It's really good.
Yeah,
All right,
that's what I was
is-
nibbling on a few minutes
Okay,
ago.
that
What is
is
this?
Mexican street corn,
Yeah.
roasted
Elote.
street corn.
Right?
Yep.
We fill the pit full of ears of corn, roast them, cut it off the ears, and then serve it from there. It's really.
And
Holy cow.
these are sides that you guys have just year round.
This is on our menu
Yeah,
every
your
day,
menu,
and it's
yeah.
funny when we introduce a new side, we go, oh, no one's going to order that, and all of a sudden these new sides are outperforming the old sides.
Mhm,
Wow.
mhm. Talk about your mashed potatoes.
The potato salad is
Mhm.
a mustard-based potato salad, which is very popular here in Texas. That is the same recipe for the last 87 years.
Mhm.
We
It's
better
classic, man.
never try to change
It
it.
is classic.
The coleslaw, again, everything is chopped in-house. Everything's done here. I would say most probably right now, our number one selling side is the smoked cabbage.
Mm.
I love smoked
Cabbage, we even our produce supplier goes like,
Yeah.
how are y'all selling so much cabbage? And it's smoked on the pit.
I'm gonna have to take a bite of this.
Get in there.
Salt and pepper primarily,
Right.
Mhm.
a little bit of vinegar, and then
Okay, I understand.
we sell more cabbage now than anything else. And
Okay. Tell me what? How?
How?
Yes, how?
Okay, a couple of things. One is it's done on the pit, so it's picking up a whole bunch of smoke while it's there.
Oh
That's number one.
my gosh!
Number two is
You can't
you
eat all of
have-
that, Katie.
I'm eating it all.
No, you're not.
Reuben.
We have a little bit more, and
This is not going
it's
anywhere.
the sausage that's made in Cistern, Texas, is ground up and mixed in with that. A whole bunch of butter. I can't lie, a whole bunch of butter.
But the cabbage is so good for you.
The cabbage is great.
So it
Cabbage
just
is great.
compensates for the butter.
That's
So
correct.
don't even think about the
Does
butter.
If you
Yeah,
eat
it really
eat
does.
the cabbage,
Okay.
it allows you to eat dessert here.
Totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
it sort of wipes out any calories. there.
Anytime you want to pass it down here, Katie, feel free.
I'm still consuming.
She's.
All right, so this is what we're going to do here because this is a team effort. We're going to swap out Foodie Cam.
Mhm.
Katie, you slide one way, and I'm going to give you this, and you can load it because Tim, you were talking about adding some different
Oh,
things.
yeah.
and, you know,
We,
just kind of.
completely redid the menu, and so we added some new items.
Mm.
Looked around,
Oh, look at
She
you.
brought it.
looked around the kitchen, and
Then
went,
brought
what
Reuben his own cabbage.
what can we do with what we have?
Right.
And one of the things we did is we came up with fajitas.
Wow.
So we do a fajita with either the pulled pork, and it's great with the pulled pork,
Yeah.
or the brisket, or this one is chicken. So it's our smoked chicken, flour tortillas that we do here, peppers, and people just go to town. And
you
this
don't
is a
usually-
great dish. People can split this. It's big enough
Yeah.
to split.
That's a massive plate.
Yeah, you don't usually see fajitas.
You don't?
At barbecue
You
restaurants.
do not. But I'll tell you, more and more today, we had 4 different tables that ordered that. And more and more people are asking for tortillas to wrap their barbecue in as opposed to putting it between
Interesting.
slices of white bread.
Oh,
So
see,
that's-
these are the trends that we're
So
seeing.
this is what we're
People are
seeing
More
and
health
people are doing.
conscious.
And that's a really good piece of chicken.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's interesting because the more that people do trend in
You like that?
Mhm.
requesting tortillas, for example, then you guys have to kind of make a change and be like, okay, well, we're ordering so many tortillas now. Maybe it's time for us to make them ourselves. And
Well, I will tell you that there was a lot of hesitation here for a lot of years to change, and that reflected in a downturn of business. So you have to stick to
the tortillas.
what made you popular or famous, but you've got to mix it up a little bit, and that's what we started doing.
Yeah, and it's got to be tough too because in a city like Houston, there are no shortage of restaurants opening up
On a daily basis.
on a daily basis
in your
And-
neighborhood.
And not even that, but people coming from other parts of the country too. So
Correct.
you've got all of the California, Missouri, Kansas City, Oklahoma,
Everywhere.
all these barbecue people that with their own traditions, they're coming. You've got to compete against, all
Well,
of these
and-
other places too.
Like one of the things we did with the beans is we took all of our brisket scraps
Mhm.
at the end of the day and use that to season our bean mixture.
Potato.
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
So
Now you
again,
said that. I
more
haven't had these
flavor,
in a while, so I gotta try 'em.
put into the beans than just how they were seasoned in the past.
Sure.
So everything we're utilizing, everything we have. We're making stocks from scratch
Mhm. Mhm.
in order to cook with.
That's awesome, man. I love that.
So
No, I
it's
love
a
that.
it's a completely different approach to what we do.
Katie, swap.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
This is sort of the big kahuna on the menu right now.
yeah, man.
And that's our stuffed baked potato. We buy damn near the largest baked potato that's on the market.
Known to man.
There's one larger than this, but there's no way you could eat that as a meal.
Paul Bunyan of taters.
Pretty much. And we're selling a hell of a lot of potatoes. I think it's a value right now, and
Sure.
people are worried about their wallet. And to be able to do that, that is a full meal.
Yeah.
You can have that with brisket, sausage, chicken, turkey, pork.
You're winning.
You name it, we put it in a potato.
You are winning.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if this is more of a Texas barbecue item, but I just know that when I've gone to other barbecue places outside of Texas, I don't see as many stuffed potatoes as
Yeah.
I would like to, and so I tend to make my own. But I love I would literally take this and just pour the entire thing.
Well,
Just
listen,
all
and
over
most people
all-
just do.
Yeah.
And we used to not serve it in this boat. And we went to serving into the boat because so many people were pouring their
Just
sauce
pour
on
all the sauce.
and
yeah.
just let it soak up,
Yeah.
let the potato
That's
absorb
the
it.
best
That makes sense.
And it also makes it pretty damn tasty.
I was showing Tim a photo earlier of, because like I said, this was the restaurant. This was one of my mom's, spots, and
Mhm.
we would come here all the time. And so I was showing Tim earlier a photo of me and wasn't my husband yet, but we were obviously here, Pizzatolas, and of course I had a turkey, stuffed potato in front of me. So I've been eating these potatoes for a long time.
And we're going to keep selling them.
Yeah.
We're going to keep selling. We actually do that as a box lunch for offices, and it's very, very popular.
How'd you guys do through COVID? Like, how did that?
Lights are still on, and we're
Yeah.
still here.
Yeah.
It was hard. Anybody who tells you it wasn't hard is not telling you the truth.
Right.
It was hard. So much of our business was generated from downtown. People coming for business meetings,
Right.
functions. Let's meet there.
Right.
We're equidistant between the Galleria and downtown. Well, all that went away overnight.
Right.
That didn't exist.
Yeah.
Plus, we were very fortunate that we did a lot of corporate catering.
Mm-hmm.
That went away overnight.
Wow.
And so
Yeah.
Wow.
we took a big hit.
Mm-hmm.
We took a very, very big hit, and we haven't fully recovered from that.
Very good.
But I will tell you that we've been blessed over the years with a very, very loyal customer base.
Mm-hmm.
And during COVID, it was not uncommon for customers to come in and say, here's a check, put it on my account.
Sure.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
so
And
cool.
that happened quite a lot.
It
during
really brought
COVID.
out-
Support from the
And
community. I
she'd
love
be
it.
like, wow, that's going to pay the bills this week.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
And that was as tough as everything was to see. It was nice to see those kinds of
Oh, it was
efforts.
great to see
Yeah.
those kind of efforts.
Well, you were talking earlier about, how trendy things are and how Food Network has influenced so many people about what's hot and stuff like that. I think the barbecue, the phenomenon to me of the long line,
yeah.
the waiting in line.
Listen,
And I'm not naming names. I'm not doing anything. This thing happened, and you guys probably know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
This thing happened where you started hearing about certain places that, man, you better be there at 9:00 in the morning
Or else you're not going to get any
or else
food.
you're not going to get.
listen,
Hang on, that Tim, because I know you got. I know you have things to say, but I got to tell that there is nothing that I'm going to wait 3 hours for in period.
the
Texas
only
heat.
place you should have to stand in line is at the DMV,
Right,
and not for a meal.
Mm.
but
And that's it.
it just became more of a trendy thing. Like, oh, if you have to stand in line for 3 hours, it must be good.
It's got to be worth it.
And I've had barbecue from just about any place, except maybe one or two, that is known for that. And yeah, it's great.
But by
But-
the time you get there, you've been sweating and
Yeah,
tired.
You could. It's I don't. So
isn't
you
it
know,
nice to sit in the air conditioning?
yes, it is.
And
Yeah,
have someone come over and ask you what you'd like,
yeah.
and take your order and give you a linen napkin, and then give you a hot, wet towel at the end to wipe up.
Which they do here, and and the food's killer.
And
grab me a piece of brisket. I want to try.
isn't that
brisket,
a
please.
much nicer and more civilized way to eat?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Y'all want to stand in line? Stand in line.
Yeah.
Listen,
Listen,
it was 99 degrees on the little thing in my car that earlier today. So, but I get it. All right, so that's me in long lines. I'm off my soapbox. Let's talk about. Did we talk about the salad?
Salad.
Let's get to the salad. Foodie camp.
Salad's another thing that was sort of dictated by what our customers were asking for, and they were asking for something a little lighter. That's an interesting salad. It's arugula, iceberg lettuce. It also has our marinated Texas caviar mixed in it.
Yes, sir.
Homemade balsamic vinaigrette, and then it's topped with the sausage, the brisket, and the turkey.
I love that. I love how you put everything in there.
It's all in one.
All the kids in the pool.
I mean, you could just get that and a side of tortillas, even,
A lot of people do.
and make like a salad, a wrap kind of, and maybe even take one home. And talk about your price range, just so people can kind of understand how much a meal would be, because, like you said, people are really kind of,
I don't think it's any surprise to anyone that prices are through the roof right now.
Yeah.
What we're paying for raw product is
Ridiculous.
crazy
Yeah.
right now.
Unheard of.
We really hesitated every time we've raised prices.
Yeah.
We're in line, I think, with everybody else, but there are certain things on the menu, like the potato, like the sandwich, that we've deliberately kept low because we don't want to outprice ourselves. We want someone to be able to come in and go, maybe I used to eat a big platter of meat, and right now I can't do that, but I still want to go there.
Yep.
So we want to have things on the menu right now for them. That's why we do a $2 beer special every Friday and every Saturday.
Now you're talking.
Now we're talking.
Come on now.
Like I say, beer's cheaper than gas at Pizzatola.
Every Friday and
Can I-
Saturday.
every Friday
Can
and
I get a
Saturday.
frosty cold Lone Star?
You can. Would you like a Lone Star right now?
Oh, not right now.
Oh, not right now?
No, it's way too early.
Watch one appear.
One will appear, but
But, we do all the domestic beers at $2 on a Friday and Saturday. So you can sit, sort of helps the wallet out a little bit, maybe takes the sting out of watching the TV.
Yeah, watch the ball game.
But I think, you could come in here and eat for $16, $17, I think, if you wanted to.
Love it.
Yeah, I think that's
You can't
really
eat
reasonable.
like that
Yeah,
over there for
sure.
16 or 17, but you can get a full meal.
You're still getting meat.
You're getting
and
meat.
very good meat.
All right.
We have kept our portion
Let's talk
size
about
the
this sandwich.
same.
Speaking of good meat.
Okay.
Oh yeah, let's look at that. That's
Hello,
nice.
Foodie Camp.
That's beautiful.
All right.
What's on it?
Beautiful.
Let's talk about the sandwich for a second.
What's on it?
We decided to go out and work with a local bakery to bake all of our own buns for us.
Okay.
Oh,
So we stopped
love that.
purchasing sort of wholesale and,
Right.
and went and did that. We serve two kind of buns. We have a challah bun that's made for our brisket burger, and then this is a seeded Kaiser bun for our sandwiches. We have actually increased the size of the portion of meat on the sandwich without reducing the price.
Right.
Because we wanted, when people get a sandwich, to go, wow, this is really a meal. And so you can have a sandwich with one meat or two meats on it.
I love it.
They're both the same price. You
I love
get,
it.
And this is the actual portion size.
That's the actual
This is
portion
huge.
size. So that's a huge sandwich.
Yeah, it's huge.
That
you
and a
could share
side
this.
or
you
a
could
back.
really share
Well,
it.
we don't want you to share it. We want everybody to have their own. Now this
right
is something.
here. This is interesting.
my
I've
goodness.
never seen this. I didn't know what this was.
Well,
Yeah, and I've been here a
Um,
lot.
yeah. What is this?
What is it?
It's one of these items that
Yes, sir.
the name changes periodically.
Okay.
We don't know what to really call
What
it.
do we call it? Like the
call
number
it-
14?
We call it a rolled up thing.
Good. All right.
There you
Hand
go.
me one of those rolled up things.
This one has pork in it
Okay.
with our pork sauce, which is a different barbecue sauce
Thank
that
you.
we make. It's pulled pork and a little bit of pico de gallo in our
Mhm.
tortillas,
Yeah.
and we can make them with chicken. We make them with
Mm.
beef, and they're great to put on a table to start at the beginning of your meal.
Really good.
They're very reasonably priced. That whole thing right there is, I think, $9. So you can get a whole meal for
Dude. That is legit.
Yeah.
That's for real.
That could be lunch.
Yeah.
For you
Oh, yeah.
for $9.
For sure.
And you've got about 7 ounces of protein there. So
the desserts too, please. Yeah. Okay.
so that's again we've tried
it.
to incorporate things that are going to help the people,
Right.
because we're all in the same boat.
So, you guys, I know you guys have a new Instagram account.
We do.
So I noticed the difference between that because I was tagging you guys today. So it's Pizzatola's Barbecue, all spelled out. That's your new Instagram
And a new
account.
Facebook.
New Facebook too, Pizzatola's Barbecue.
And what we're doing right now is, if you go on and like our new Instagram account and or like our new Facebook account, at the end of this week, we're drawing from all the new likes for $100 gift cards.
Oh,
one for
okay.
Now
Instagram
you're talking.
and one for Facebook.
Now
We
you're
love
talking.
gift card
we
giveaways.
love
Well,
gift
that's
I
what
don't
we're
think
doing
you
right now.
understand how much we love gift card
Well,
giveaways.
we're doing it. So all your
Yeah.
followers right
Go
now.
and
especially right now.
Sure.
Oh, you know
$100,
what?
$100 and
Talk
we
to
get
me.
you 4
And
meals
if
here.
you pick it up before Father's Day,
Yeah.
it could be a great Father's Day gift.
Are you guys doing anything on Father's Day?
We
You're open.
are closed.
Oh, you're closed.
It's
Okay.
Father's Day. Come
Okay,
on.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Everybody barbecues at home for Father's Day.
Yeah. Well, catering, you still do catering. So
We still
if you
do
guys
catering, but
wanted
we will be
to
closed this.
order the day before, you're probably still open on Saturday.
We are open all day Saturday, and it will be very busy.
Okay.
But
And
we will be closed.
You guys, I mean, this is way down the road, but y'all do a tasty Thanksgiving turkey.
I've heard that.
I've had one.
I know you have.
Yes, sir. Tim called
we-
me. Tim called me. He said, "Come get a turkey." I said, "I'm on
We
my
have
way."
been doing smoked turkeys for a long, long time.
Oh my goodness.
We have to do these desserts
Watch
one at a
watch
time.
Katie flip
One
out.
at a time. They deserve
Okay.
their,
I
own,
really-
their own camera time.
Now I'm
Yes.
excited.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Now I'm happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just got real.
We do not have any cooking equipment in our kitchen other than our brick pits. That's a fact.
And,
So-
and talk about the brick pit,
I
by the
will.
way. Yeah, we want people to know.
So
how
we have
important
to
that is.
use the brick pit to do everything. So when it's time to make desserts, it's our oven. So what you have there right now is our Texas bourbon pecan pie. The crust is baked on the pit. The pie is baked on the pit. Whipped cream is whipped on the side. And the caramel sauce is made here also. So everything you see on that plate is made here.
That's
It
fantastic.
is a nice, smoky, bourbony pecan pie.
What about this one?
Now that's our cobbler. Same situation. Made in-house. Fresh apples.
Wow,
Cooked on the pit. Now
that looks amazing.
And talk about the pit really quick for people who
credit.
don't
It's
know
Bluebell.
what the pit is. It's very different than.
Yes, this is different from anything you'll see anywhere. This is we have open brick pits. They were built in 1935. If you think about a refrigerator box on its side, they're about that big.
Right.
And it's a brick box. And every morning on one end of the brick box, we build a fire. And that fire,
Just like they did in 1935.
just like they did it on the same pit.
Yeah.
And we build it, and it burns all day.
Wow.
And we cook right over that fire.
Wow.
That's where we cook the cabbage.
Right.
And you guys
everything.
Are, like,
That's amazing.
We're grandfathers.
Yeah,
in
cannot have those
pit.
pits
not
anymore.
many of these
Yep,
pits
yep,
in
yep.
operation anymore.
You cannot build these anymore, and there's good reason why you can't build these pits anymore. They are labor intensive to operate. They're labor intensive to clean.
Yep.
They're labor intensive to repair and maintain. If you think about it, it's a fireplace going 24/7.
Yeah.
Sure.
The bricks expand and contract, and it's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out some pretty darn good food.
And then, last but not least, I think we're known for our banana pudding. That is a long-held recipe here. It is totally made from scratch over a double boiler. Someone sits there for about an hour and 15 minutes, constantly stirring.
I love that.
And that was probably because you were such great friends with my mom.
Yes.
That was probably one of the things that
She sort of liked it. Sort of liked it.
that was literally what she would ask for.
Katie, we forgot
Ooh.
one
When
before.
she came in the
my,
door.
oh my.
Oh,
We're getting
boy.
short on time. Here
Yeah.
we go, Foodie Cam.
My, oh my, the Frito pie.
Oh, the Frito
Uh,
pie.
I love that you guys have Frito pie.
We do Frito pie.
Come on, man.
We do Frito pie. And if you look under there, there are actual Fritos.
Yeah.
And it's chopped brisket and a little bit of beans
Yeah.
and a whole bunch of sauce, a little bit of cheese, and anything else. But this is this one you got to see.
Burger. Yeah.
That is our brisket burger. We
Yes, sir.
grind fresh
Hello.
brisket every morning.
Hello, darling.
We serve that at the Houston Barbecue Festival, and we serve 1,900 brisket sliders.
Yeah.
And that was a
Yeah.
lot of putting
Yeah.
together, 1,900.
God almighty. Yes, sir. You did that the right
And I don't
way.
think they sold 1,900 tickets, so a few people were coming back
Yeah.
a couple of times.
Well, Tim,
Sure.
here's the deal. We got to go. We're short on time.
Okay.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks
The
for coming.
food looks amazing. Guys, if you haven't been to Pizzatola's, certainly put it on your list. I mean, it is
Yes,
a bona fide institution, and there's a lot of good stuff on the menu. Staff is amazing. You're going to feel like you're sitting in your own kitchen. Make you feel at home. And don't forget,
But you don't have to clean up.
You don't have to clean up. And if you like a beer,
$2 Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday is cheaper than gas.
It is.
Katie, thoughts?
Yeah, it's
Wrap
just,
it up.
it's just so nice that you guys have operated in the way that you've operated for so long. I think that's just so rare these days. You really are taking care of your own. You're conscientious about your suppliers and
Yes.
keeping them
Customers.
local in the community, and
Customers.
you really are thinking about your customers. And I just think that's just so special and has to be protected at all costs, you guys. So
There you
get
go.
on down here.
There you go. Another Foodies and Friends in the can. I'd like to thank Tim Taylor, the whole crew here at Pizzatola's. Katie and I are going to do this again next week, 3 o'clock Wednesday. More Foodies and Friends. We'll see y'all later.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Do the TV wave.
You can
this,
dance,
a little bit
too.
of that.
I can't do it.
Shake it, Timmy. Shake it.
Discuss it as well, just so that way we're on the same page.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to clean it up first before you present it to me, that's totally fine. And, I don't know what your maybe let's say about like maybe Friday.
Yeah, I can Friday night. Don't have it for tomorrow.
Ending broadcast.
You can do it tomorrow. You can bet.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah.